Alright, so I'm trying to see if this is working, or if this is working, or if this is working, or if this is working. So, let's see, currently listening. I want to choose where my mic is. I've got to figure this out. Can you hear? Alright, so, what are the effects? See, okay, I better just introduce myself. My name is Seven Knowles, and I am walking my dog today while trying to figure out how to use a new software. This is Anderecast. Those of you who may have... Hey! That's not cool. Those of you who may have heard of it before or know of it before know that this was a show that began in 2006 to 2008. It actually started off as an audio podcast and evolved into a video podcast. And earlier this autumn, I revived the show over on my TikTok channel. And it's been a few weeks since I updated that, so I've got to get to it. But it's all part of a bigger plan. One of my projects this winter was to do more development into my online projects, to link them and make them as part of a portfolio, because I am going to use that as one of the main speed. Tarek, chill. I'm going to use that as one of the pieces to my portfolio for when I apply over to university later next year. And part of this is that I come from this new media background, and I've been doing a lot of work over on Periscope. We're doing a lot of vlogging and audio podcasting over on Periscope. And then last night, as I went to go do another show, I saw that since about the 15th of this month, Periscope is being, how do you say that? It's being discontinued as a project from Twitter by the 31st of March next year, which is really sad for me because I love Periscope. And they have been sort of my sandbox to experiment in different types of broadcasting for the last several years. So I went and took a look at what Twitter actually had to offer as a replacement. Nothing really much yet that's relevant to me. I have until the 31st of March over on Periscope, but I figure, this is just the time to jump in the water and get used to doing it somewhere else and doing it a little bit bigger. I liked Periscope because it wasn't really connected to any of my major social media platforms, where I was connected to my Twitter, but nobody looks at that. And and by the way, I'm walking my dog, which he is a big husky, and he's full of energy today because he hasn't pooed yet. So you're going to hear me kind of grunting and making all sorts of painful noises as he drags me down the street until he gets it out of his system. So, yes, back to the subject. So I decided, I'm just going to do it. I started looking for software solutions that would help me there, and came across Spreaker. I think that's how you say it. And thought, I just give it a go. It connects to everything I want to connect to as a project, and it seems to be versatile enough. So now we're to the point where I started this podcast, where I just recently got these Bluetooth headphones, and I wasn't really convinced about Bluetooth headphones at first, which I guess was a good idea because from what I understand, the first ones are pretty crappy. But are you going to do it or not? All right. The first ones are pretty crappy, but now they've gotten better, and my boyfriend had loaned me a pair of his Bluetooth headphones about a month ago or so, and it was supposed to only be for a week as I had broken my headphones, but I really liked them, and I just kind of kept them for about 2 more weeks than expected. And then I thought, like, okay, you know what, it's really time to just get my own. So I bought these, went to Media Markt, these like Skull Candy, Indie Avo. They were on sale, and I mean, for the most part, I'm happy. I'm happy with the sound quality, but its integration with the microphone into my apps is a little questionable. So we're trying to figure that out, and that's where you found me here in the beginning. So now, that was a long introduction. Welcome to the show. My name is Seven Knowles, as I said before. I am a 46-year-old club kid. Well, I guess not so much anymore because there's no clubs at the moment. Visual designer. I do sex work activism and a lot of other things. And I'm about to kick my dog. See, the thing about him is that he catches wind of something and he immediately throws himself into full throttle jumping and pulling. And this is a dog who is about 35 kilogram of muscle. And he's also very stubborn. So kind of have to bring him back into focus sometimes. So, where am I now? I wanted to use this as an opportunity to develop my communication skills as far as audio and storytelling and interviewing people, because Anderecast is a multi-platform concept. It currently has version 2.0 on TikTok, and this is version 3.0. We're about to meet another big dog. Hold on. Oh, I wish he would shit so I can calm down. Hey. And there's going to be a couple more incarnations of it, because Anderecast started as one show that had no clear, no clear premise, no clear direction. It was meant to be sort of a free form, free for all, largely improvised multimedia internet project, and it did very well. I'm quite proud of that project, but it was time to move on and go into some other things. But now that we're here in 2020 and spending a lot of time in lockdown, a lot of time alone, not socializing with people, this seems like a really good time to start doing all of this. And so here we are. I am currently making my way into Treptow behind a very large dog. This is going to get stressy, so I'm going to save you all this embarrassment for myself and sign out, and we will see later how this worked. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.